Alright, here's a quick background of the character. Fairly fresh start. I made it yesterday to just mess around and see how it feels. I got Exarch down about 13 hours. I could do it faster, but it's taking my time. And I've been sick, so. Here's the gear. Like, it's all really bad. You can slow it down if you really care, but it's quite bad. Here's a map and what it looks like on a 4-link. So you just throw your flasks until your plague bearer gets maxed. You can see the value at the top of your screen, the buff bar. Then you pop your plague bearer and you run through everything and they die. Pop your withering step whenever you need a little bit of extra damage. And there's the single target on a 4-link. Not too bad. So basically what you do for single target is you pop your Ancestor Protector and then you use Withering Step, and you throw your flasks, and when your Plague Bearer is ready to go, you pop your Plague Bearer. And you'll also take in maps, which I don't have right now because kind of swapped it up a little to kill Exarch, but when mapping you'll take these and you take the increased duration node, and it will give you a lot better boss damage because your charges should be up for the entire boss because they last like 20 seconds, which is more than enough. So your damage will be even better than that. So the PoE here, make sure you check the notes. Always check the notes, very important stuff there. So here's the endgame tree, completely filled out. I included at certain levels too. So thing about this build as a witch, you don't start with poison concoction on your character. You don't get it till library, unless if you're in trade league. You can get someone to give it to you who is a different character if you really want to go it, but I highly recommend not going it right away. Just because you're a witch, you're really far from any good nodes for it. Like, you're really far from that node, which is really good, and you're pretty far from any like real damage nodes for it. So what I recommend you do is you start with either Spark or Stormblast Mine, whatever one you prefer. Normal Storms, you do that to level 28, and then you go Armor Brand Cremation, and you level like that. That's for sure the smoothest leveling. I mean, you can have on any character in the game, but especially for this one too. Nothing really beats it. So you'll path up through here, the spell damage nodes. Go up through here. You'll go up through the middle here. And you can take the life if you want. If you're like hardcore, if you're softcore, you can just go over here to EO and then take the life. You can take these for the res. And then you path over here and come down over here, all the way through life node here up to there. And you could go like this as well if you want, because you'll swap to Armor Brand, but they won't make a huge difference either way. So here's level 57. You're still Armor Brand at this point, so you'll come down through here. You can take this for movement speed and some dex. Here's a life mastery or life thingy. The wheel, whatever. Come through here. There's more life there if you want it. Here you can grab the mana reservation cluster, and at this point you can run Grace if you want. If you want to feel a little bit tankier. Yeah. Then you come down through here, and then grab another life. And then here's the, I mean, you can see the leveling skills. I don't need to go through those. You can see those there very clearly. And here's what your tree will look like when you swap to Poison Concoction. You should have enough regret or respec points just through doing the story missions, the optional side quests like Feeded Pool, whatever. There's a few of those. You can look it up if you need to get all the respec you need, and you'll just completely get out of this area of the tree. Path through over here, and then you can come grab this node, which is huge, and give yourself some Plague Bear maximum increased value. That's very good. And they're really good thing. Poisons you inflict on non-poison enemies deal 300% increased damage. You can grab this wheel for accuracy because I'll need that now. Grab this wheel so you can get more life flask charges and make it feel smoother so you're not running out of life flasks. That should be enough to sustain flasks. That was fine for me. More damage here. And yeah. You come up to Ghost Shrouds. 82. You path, then you'll path down here. Grab Toxic Strikes. Increase poison duration. And grab these life. This node, just this singular node, it's not a mistake. Gives you phasing on kill. Really good node. Then you can path over here, get your charges. This will help your mapping out a lot. Gives you endurance charges, frenzy charges. It's really huge. Here you go. You can go down here, get some spell suppression. 89. Come down. You get Mage Bane. You get this life wheel. This is a good life wheel. Gives you life flask and flask increase effect. Also, you should have grabbed this at some point. I didn't mention that, but it's there. Level 96, you'll grab this wheel here. You can come up here and grab this wheel up here. Grab these. And yeah. That is that. You can also opt to grab some more, grab like this wheel or this wheel if you want to get spell suppression. Some more. You get a lot of spell suppression on this tree, so yeah. Here's a higher budget, later game tree. This was, I think it was Steel's character a while ago. So slightly modified, but yeah. Good thread of hope right here, so you don't have to path over there. Boom, boom, boom. Get that, get that. Saves you a lot of points. Then you have a chaos cluster here. And yeah, that's that. I guess defenses of the build. It's not a super tanky build. You do get spell suppression really easily. You get a ton of, a decent amount of evasion. Ghost Shrouds. You get Temp Chains as a curse. That's a really good curse and really defensive. But you get Steel Skin, I guess. It's not very good, but it's better than nothing. But yeah, not really a defensive build. A lot of your defense will come too from you're just zooming so fast, things won't have time to hit you. It is tanky enough. Like, it's been played to rank 100 many times in like hardcore since it's released. But it is like it is not super tanky. It has a lot of life. And this will be even higher next league because you get a lot more life from your jewelry, but it is definitely by no means a tank. So items. A good cheap thing probably will be Carcass Jack. Gives you a lot of AoE. So AoE is important on this build. It increases your overlaps a lot for your damage. Big thing about your damage is getting overlaps, because this skill shotguns, so you'll have linked with greater volume, multiple projectiles. Even though it seems like you're losing a lot of damage, you'll get so many overlaps that'll be worth it. And there's some breakpoints here. You don't really need to worry about it. If you equip your Carcass Jack, you're good to go. Yeah. You can also, if you want more damage, you can use Covenant. This is going to be, it's probably going to be expensive next league. It's really good, so wouldn't count that. You can use a rare chest too if you want to be more defensive. Yeah. Another good unique to use is Survival Secrets. This gives you more flask charges and will help you sustain them more. So that is good. This is from Act 2 reward through Sacred Ground quest. You can get it once per character. That is that. Oh. Ascendancy points. Here's your first one, second, third, fourth. So a big trap that is really easy to fall into is when you take Profane Bloom, you're really gonna wanna use like a Blasphemy Curse. Yeah, it's not worth it. I tried it. It's definitely not worth it. Yeah. If you're going Armor Brand Cremation, something you can do, which I did, is because you're not really going to get any benefit from either one of these if you're doing Armor Brand Cremation. You can wait to do them both at once, so you just get to like level, or whenever you're about to swap to Poison Concoction, you can bang out these two labs back to back on Armor Brand Cremation and then swap. That's what I did. And then your third lab will be done with Poison Concoction, and you should be doing lots of damage by that point. What else? I guess I can talk about why you would go Occultist and not Pathfinder. So Pathfinder is a smoother leveling process, but it might do more boss damage. I don't even really want to say it does, because you do get a lot of damage on Occultist as well, but I'll say Pathfinder gets more damage. But besides leveling and more damage for bossing, which if you're bossing with Poison Concoction, you're setting yourself up for failure in the first place, because this is pretty much purely a mapping build, and I don't think that's really a valid point to be making on these builds. So other than that, the cult is basically better at everything. Way better clear, way better defense, yada yada. So yeah. Yeah, make sure you go over these notes, give them a look. I guess I can talk about it here. I guess the important thing is your life flasks. Is you'll want to roll them to have the saturated mod on it, which gives it a bunch more amount recovered but reduces the recovery rate. So your damage from Poison Concoction is based partially off of the amount of the flask recovery amount, as it says there. So that'll help you a bit. I think that might be it. Oh yeah, one last thing. I'm gonna save you some time in the future. In PoE, if you go into configuration, you can see the bandits right here, major god and the minor god. So there you have the answer to all those, and you will know in every future PoE what you should do, because they're right here. If you're ever wondering about bandits, just kill them all. 99.9% of the time, you kill them all.